So today we're talking about what? About sugar and synthesize, and there was something else, but I can only speak for myself. Not 53 years, but about 5 years ago, I started to feel that there were health issues. To be honest, I'm a doctor myself, I'm a dentist, but these problems were mostly like that. Sometimes my joints hurt and my sugar levels would rise. The sugar levels were within, well, not diabetes, within 6, 7. Well, I bought a glucometer that measures blood pressure and everything. Basically, I didn't treat it that way. Sugar, well, there were some medications that I excluded. Of course, sweets as much as possible. But mostly I got those kinds of supplements from eHerb. We also have doctors who prescribe me some purely natural-based treatments. But it helped. Just not as much as I would have liked. And just, I don't know, about 2 months ago, we looked at and tried this synthesize. Well, we were watching some shows. I think it was on Rogandar. I don't really remember which one. So we ordered this synthesized 2 packages, my wife and I together, and we took it. And right away, it felt so much better. And even the sugar, I didn't expect that this sugar would help, but even my sugar levels went down. So,
Yes, yes. We never emphasized that the synthesize helps in correcting sugar levels, but we periodically receive such data. And in addition, if you have looked at the studies on our website that took place in 2020, we researched the synthesize on primates, the Federal OTI Medical Primatology Center in Sochi, and besides the fact that cholesterol levels decreased in older primates, the triglyceride levels also went down. So there was also a certain correction of sugar levels. Yes, so this was also known, but we never emphasized it. So, naturally, we definitely need value and find such information interesting. I think our viewers will find this interesting too. So, you decided to try the synthesize just because you saw the advertisement and you wanted it for general well-being.
yes, for improving overall well-being. The thing is, we usually took iHerb, but there were different ones, starting with myosin. We took it for sugar, but everything was based on herbs. This is not a treatment, it was all like that. Doctors we know, therapists also prescribed it to us. But this is purely for health improvement. It helps, so it turns out that we took iHerb, and it seemed like all the effects wore off, and we decided to give it a try. And iHerb itself has now closed down too. Right now it's impossible to get anything. We tried the synthesize, and to be honest, the effect, well, we took a lot of products from iHerb. There's a whole bunch of it. There was starting from Niacin, and from, what else was there? Chintecolinate boswellia. Chintecolinate boswellia. What else was there? I've already forgotten. Well, there were things for sugar and all sorts of stuff. Well, it helped quite a bit, but it was a whole bunch.
The drug is a whole set, but what it gives in synthesis, you can compare the effect with this set of drugs.
Well, I actually didn't notice the difference. There are a bunch of pills there. And here it's just him, but all the same things lifted my spirits. Indeed, I even have a device to measure oxygen in my finger. And the oxygen saturation has also increased. Well, you see, I'm a bit of a skeptic, so I don't trust easily. I need to check it once, twice, 3 times, and then check it again. I can't fully believe it either, but I see the results. And I can't help but agree, although it's better to double check 100 times. Well, yes, and by the way, we live in a region where the conditions are far from the best. I can just show you what we have outside the window right now, so take a look. And this is where you live. It's a new ring road. And that's why I came right away. There's a 2-hour difference, so we still have snow outside. The weather is still like that. I also, when I was a kid, had a bout of polyarthritis, so it's not just the joints that react. The reason I partly started taking chorito is that I realized it had an effect on my joints. They felt a bit easier, but for the joints, you still need something for the cartilage tissue. But that's a whole different story. But still, it's not the best for everyone in life either. But what really increased is the vitality, like it boosts you, as if it saturates you with oxygen, and it improves your tone and everything feels lighter. And the doubt has passed. I just want to rest a bit with age because of the kind of work I do. And here it's spring. In spring you want to see greenery, but there's snow. Mostly we have darkness in winter. Here, it lasts for 9 months of the year. It starts to get lighter around 11 or 12 o'clock, and then it begins to get dark again around 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
Well, of course, yes, it's sad. It affects the mood.
In summer, it will be lighter all night. Even all night, it will be bright. Well, as they say in St. Petersburg. Although in St. Petersburg, it's still not a bright night. It's just a bright night, and here the sun won't set in the summer.
Great, great. Well, it's great that it's decreasing. Let's summarize briefly. So are we stating the fact? Increase in oxygen levels. The one you recorded using a pulse oximeter, right? Absolutely right. We've checked it multiple times. We've seen how it works.
Yes, indeed, oxygen improves everything. And Thomas and the drowsiness disappears.
So the life forces are increasing, the boost in vitality and life tone. The drowsiness has disappeared, including daytime drowsiness. As I fully understand it, yes, 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 indeed, certainly, certainly. Then we also record the normalization of blood sugar levels.
Yes. Yes, by the way, I have about 5.4 right now on average. Although it was on average 6.57. Well, it's not diabetes yet, but it's already a warning sign.
Yes, yes. Let's say for the viewers who have issues with sugar and those who have been diagnosed with diabetes. Yes, dear viewers, do you have any such questions? Such problems, definitely when taking any medications. Always check your blood sugar levels, consult with your doctor, and of course, use a comprehensive treatment. A comprehensive approach that includes accordingly. Like diets. You can't rely on just one thing. You always need to act comprehensively, from different angles. This includes workouts, diets, special medications, and doctor supervision. Of course, because all of this is very important, especially everything related to the pancreas, because the organ is kind of small, but when it stops working, it's like the whole body stops working. So yes, there's a simple logic here.
All right. We don't even stick to a strict diet. I mean, I should stick to it, but sometimes I can have a chocolate bar or a cookie. I really want to. At one point, I stuck to it and took something for sugar, and it reduced it a little, but it only reduced it to 6 at most. It still didn't reduce it any further. And right now, I don't really stick to a diet. I can also eat a chocolate bar, a cookie, and a cupcake. I like cupcakes, so it seems like you shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, if my doctor finds out, they'll immediately scold me for eating this. But I eat it from time to time. Not in the evening, but in the morning or at lunch, I can eat this. And at the same time, my sugar even drops.
Great, great, great.
I can't say how it will be with actual diabetes when the sugar is already high. So, you really need to consult with doctors about that. I can't say that it will help with real diabetes. But I've come to the conclusion that improving the overall condition of the blood and the body is important. If the body is only in the initial stage, then it can compensate and improve the normalization of sugar. Well, something like that.
Well, of course, of course. So, by doing this kind of analysis, we can tell our viewers that, in principle, it's possible to give up a lot of different dietary supplements that work one way for one thing, another way for something else. There, third on the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, there, 10th, and so on. And using one synthesized product will be, like, more effective and, most importantly, more cost-effective. In our modern conditions.
That's exactly what I want to say. It's good. Good. For the games. Because those dietary supplements aren't cheap either. Ordering that amount of dietary supplements will be much more expensive than just one synthesized product.
Dear viewers, if you have, and since the jar of AHA has run out, you should use the synthesized product for it. I understand. Yes, 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 we're specifically talking about that. Dear viewers, Synthesit Immunoactive and the regular Synthesit, which comes in that black jar. The central active ingredient is the same there. This is our Synthesit, our mineral Synthesit, which we have been producing since 2019. Since 2020 it's been on sale. So the difference in dosage is that in Immunoactive there are also algae. Fucus has been added, which also works in synergy with Synthesit. Just like with immunity, there are anti-inflammatory properties, trace elements, minerals, various vitamins, and so on, which is good. Thank you very much for getting in touch with us, for agreeing to share your feedback. Send greetings to your treating doctor, let them get in touch with us, and we'll arrange to work with them. Yes. Dear viewers, if the information was useful and interesting, please give us likes. Share it with your friends who have similar questions, who feel drowsy during the day, who have low energy levels, or who have issues with blood sugar. Well, who, in principle, uses dietary supplements to strengthen their health. There is this dietary supplement called Synthesit, which helps to improve it comprehensively, not just to act on one specific part, because the main thing about Synthesit is that it works on the blood, thinning it and saturating it with oxygen. The blood-forming system is activated, stem cells are activated, and immunity is boosted. Well, accordingly, you see a living example. The dentist talked about such an interesting effect. Thank you very much. All the best. Goodbye. Goodbye.